I feel like when it comes to boxing today, I feel like boxing has taken its rightful place back atop the fucking combat sports world because boxing has way better storylines than like
They have
MMA
they
and
have better
UFC.
storylines for sure, and they have these better fights,
Right,
like these more entertaining fights lately.
right,
Because every time, maybe 4 or 5 good UFC fights, good main events, and all that crap.
right.
I can't think of them off my head, but like at least those. Boxing has way more like cool, like, oh shit, they're fighting. Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch that shit. Like damn, blah blah blah. Like this upcoming week, I think Lomachenko's fighting. I'm definitely watching Lomachenko fight. Like it's
It's Lomachenko.
Yeah.
Fucking the top UFC main events I can think about this year. Obviously McGregor Khabib. McGregor Khabib.
But it's always the same people though.
DC and Stipo.
DC and the other heavyweight.
Yeah.
That was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, is that his name?
Yeah,
It's
Stipe.
like-
Well,
everyone calls him the Beast. That's what I got.
I call him. Well, it's what Stipo Miocic or whatever the fuck. But Stipo, or Stipe, whatever the fuck. The white dude. That was good.
But what I'm saying is, like, you kind of always just hear about the same people
Yeah,
all the time.
pretty much. And they are struggling now because they're like, because all this shit at the end of the day is wrestling, and I'll tell you why. But they're struggling now because they can't create new stars, and their biggest star just happened to make a shitload of money fighting
walk out.
Floyd, and he walked out.
Boxing.
Boxing, and he made it.
UFC definitely played themselves doing the whole Adidas sponsorship thing.
Yeah,
Exclusive shit, not getting your fighters money. They all bounce. Like, all the fucking big time people bounce.
right. And it's so now they have this dilemma of we have to put on these pay-per-views, but a lot of people that we, have that are actually on the main events, no one cares about or no one knows because, again, unless you're an actual UFC fan, you don't know these fucking you don't know these fighters from fucking some dude at Walmart.
Yeah.
You really don't. Like, come on, man. Like,
And they're not always the best because they don't have the money for their training camp.
right.
Like, the money that they would make fighting, the purse for the fight, it's not enough to cover training camp, which
Right.
is sad. Like, that fucking
So
sucks.
that's why, like, now UFC is reaching out to like people like Brock Lesnar is like the smartest person to me in combat sports who isn't named Floyd Mayweather, because Brock Lesnar is legit he just keeps leveraging himself against the UFC in wrestling all the time. So every time his deal's about to end, he's like, well, okay, wrestling, okay, WWE, I'm gonna go back to UFC now. I'm done with you guys. And they're like, wait, hold on, let's talk about this. And then he goes to Dana White and he's like, all right, man, they're offering me this. I think I got about 2 more fights in me. You know I'm your biggest draw ever, right? Hold on. Let's see if we can get something done. Goes back to fucking Vince. All right, Vince, they said they can give me this for this amount of money. And now, I don't really care about fighting that much. And the fake shit is a lot easier on my body. And he's been doing shit like that, right? So, like, if their biggest draw is someone who's wrestling right now, which is Lesnar, McGregor is their biggest draw today.
Yeah.
But he is he still fucking suspended? Him and Khabib?
I don't think so. I think it just got all like put under the rug and it's whatever now.
Right. Okay. So he is fucking reinstated. But now the only fight you want to see McGregor have is against Khabib.
Yeah.
The one dude that they still I don't even think have they still even paid Khabib, because I think he's still pissed off at them.
Whoa, if they haven't paid him, yeah, that's fucked up.
I think they're still holding his money. I could be wrong on this, probably him, but he's still pissed off at the UFC. And that's their biggest fight that they can sell. They just reinstated John Jones because they had no stars.
Yeah.
Really, like they want to mask it and be like, oh no, it's because he served his time and everything like that.
No.
You get caught not only with you get popped for coke one time, then you get popped for PEDs twice, nigga.
Yeah.
like you shouldn't be there.
Yep.
But they gave you another.
If they had any other person
Anybody
that
else
brings in the crowd,
they would be like, "Fuck this guy,
Yep.
hey man!" Like, but because they don't, John Jones is back in the spotlight again, which is fine for me because I'm a fucking JBJ fan. I love John Bones Jones. Also, I think he's fucked up a lot. Like, so to me, it just goes to show that without any stars, without an actual storyline,
yeah,
there's no reason to watch these fucking these fights. So what boxing has done is it's made everything a storyline. Like if you fucking like the welterweights or whatever, you have the crazy storyline of fucking all the great welterweights in the world right now, and fucking Errol Spence and Thurman and fucking Broner to a degree, fucking like just all these great fighters, Danny Garcia, all these great fighters who are all pretty much trying to get to the spot of unifying these belts, right?
Yeah.
And then you have fucking someone like Lomachenko lurking because he's trying to move up to get more money because he's wiped out everyone at 126.
Yep.
So he's lurking, trying to be like, all right, who can I fight? Who can I fight? And everything like that. You have fucking no one even knows this. I don't think anyone knows, but Broner's fucking fighting Pacquiao soon.
Ugh.
Like,
does anyone really want to see that? Though?
And fucking Pacquiao's still out there lurking, right? And then fucking how can I forget Terrence Crawford, Bud Crawford, this beasting still. Like you have all this storyline of it. Like the whole storyline in the welterweight division is legit. Who's gonna get to the fucking top first?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Who's gonna get to the point where they can unify both belts and be the man?
It's like the champions versus the champions,
right? Who's gonna take Floyd's spot? Because since he's gone, there still hasn't been a number one.
He's not coming back. I don't like all these talks about him like fighting people and blah blah blah. I think that's just to say like, hey, look at me a little bit, just because like I think maybe he got used to being in the spotlight so much.
But you see, the thing about Floyd is he has put himself in a position that if he did, in fact, want to actually fight someone for real, he has put himself in a position to get the most money possible. So I feel like when he does shit like that, where he's like, it's a possibility, or whatever, something can happen. It's usually because he sees the landscape and he's like, because again, Floyd isn't stupid, right? And he's still, I don't even think he's 40 yet. Is he 40 yet? I think he's like 39 maybe.
Yeah, he's almost 40.
He's almost 40 though. Like, I'm sorry, for someone who doesn't take any punishment at all, and the worst thing about Floyd is his hands. Like,
yeah.
I feel like, again, Father Time waits for no man, but also if someone like him who always stays in shape, is never out of shape, is always in the gym, even when he says he's not, he's always in the gym, fucking stays in great physical and mental shape, I don't see how he's smart. He looks at these fighters and he's like, Errol Spence, nah, I can't fuck with him. I ain't gonna do that one. But now, if somehow he gets hurt, or fucking if he somehow loses, then fucking like Danny Garcia's in there. Like I can fuck Danny Garcia up easy. Like let me start talking shit. You know, like that's what Floyd does. Fucking Keith Thurman's out there. Keith Thurman trash. Let me start talking shit about Keith Thurman. Like that's what he does. And then he waits and sees the interest, and then someone they want to fight and they offer him the money. He's like, all right, I'll put that shit on, win the belt, and then leave again and not care. Fuck this belt. Like, and that's what Floyd does, right? So the storyline is always like these kids are trying to come up and be number one. You have the two old legends, Pacquiao and Floyd in the back, kind of lurking. Like, we'll take any of y'all niggas out if y'all really want it like that. Fucking, you go to fucking middleweight. You had fucking Triple G and Canelo. That was the whole fucking middleweight division this year. We were just waiting for that fight. Mm-hmm. Like every division has a fucking storyline, and UFC they do not have that. And I feel like that's something that in life in general, people they want to be enamored by something. Like when we were in high school and shit, right? When fights were happening, the initial running to the fight thing was because shit, there's a fight happening, right? Yeah. Tell me if I'm wrong. Afterwards, everyone always ask the question of what happened.
Yeah, what happened?
Why they fight? People think that like we're like bloodthirsty, and humans are bloodthirsty. It's like, oh, you guys just want to see blood. It has nothing to do with blood. It has everything to do with you're seeing these two people put their lives on the line, but the fucking romantic aspect of it is the story behind it.
Yeah, just like picture yourself if you run up in a fight and whatever happens, but then afterwards you ask the question, oh, what happened? Like that, right?
Right.
do you want the answer of, oh, they just fought just because they wanted to fight? Or do you want the answer to be like, oh, I think that dude was talking to that dude's girl, or like that dude's girl was like giving the eyes, blah blah blah, or that shit, blah blah blah.
All this shit happened.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you, if it's like they can start fighting, you'd be like, "What the fuck? Why?" That's
Yeah,
stupid.
like yeah, exactly.
That's
like,
stupid.
For what?
And I feel like that shows the casual fan's perspective. On prime example, I was a couple months back, I was helping my girl get a car. This was around the time of the Triple G Canelo fight. It was that night. And the guy who was talking to me, I told him, I was like, yeah, we're going to watch the fight tonight. He's like, oh, yeah, I'm trying to watch it too and everything. He's like, who you going for? I was like, oh, Triple G and everything. And he's like, yeah, man, it's going to be a good fight, though. He's like, I'm just glad it's no Mayweather. And I was like, why? And then he was like, I don't like Floyd's fighting, man. He's like, he's a chicken. He runs and everything like that. And I was like, so, wait a minute. You want me to stand and let you hit me, and you don't really care about their well-being afterwards. He's like, no, I'm not saying that. He's like, I understand, like, the whole fucking defensive, practices and everything like that. I get it.
Just not when Floyd does it.
Again, that's the racist part of it.
Yeah.
This person was not black at all. But he was like, I get all that stuff, but also he's like, you got to be a man. You got to be a man. If someone's throwing blows, you're gonna want to get in there and throw blows too. And I was just like, See, you're making it romantic, which it's not that at all.
Yep, it's not.
It's not that at all, because I can tell that you've never either been hit or you've never sparred with someone. That shit is not romantic. You were fighting for your life, pretty much. And again, he made it something romantic. He made it like a fucking story. And he's like, oh no, if I'm in there, then I'm like, I'm going. His words were, if I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna go out on my back, and things like that. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Yeah. Nigga hit you one time real hard, you gonna clinch up.
Yeah. It's like, sure, buddy.
Like, you're not gonna want this at all, right?
Yeah, dude. Because I want, because like, to fight someone like that's saying shit like that, they've never sparred, they've never done anything like that. So when they do, and you get them in the position, you be like, hey, now remember what you said.
Right.
Don't run now. Like, no defense.
Exactly. And that's the funniest part about all this shit. But to me, it goes back to everyone wants to make it romantic. Yeah. They want to have that. People will fucking. They will watch. I mean, they won't watch like fucking two random fighters fight. Yeah, if they're fucking not known. If
they're casuals, but like if you tell us, like someone tells us, hey, I hear Floyd and Lomachenko gonna fight. No story needed. I'm watching that fight, like regardless of whatever story. No story needed,
but it's like they won't watch two random up and comers fight who are like destined for fucking greatness. Yeah. They won't care about that, but they will fucking watch Rocky in theaters.
Creed, all that, yeah.
Like, and Rocky's been out since '76 or whatever the fuck. Like, and it's like, because you want to know why? There's a story behind it is so captivating. Mm-hmm. And oh my god, he was basically homeless. And then he's been fighting to survive. And he's in love. And Apollo's again. Also, Rocky was fucking racist because they made fucking Carl Weathers like the fucking cocky nigga who was like, I beat anybody. And then he's like, I'm so good that I'm gonna fight one of y'all niggas on the street. And then the whole fucking the hard-working white man who had to grind and get his way. The hard-working white man was like, I'd fight you. And then that's the whole story.
Oh, that's funny because in real life, it's the reverse.
Yep. Apollo would beat the dog shit out of Rocky in real life.
remember that Eddie Murphy bit where he was just like telling after that movie really came out, like all the white people were just like, I'll take that. What do they call them, mooks or something?
Fucking moolie.
Yeah.
And then he was like, I think he said like one day he walked out and then he got into some fight with some Italians and he was like, all of a sudden they were like, come on, like and everything.
Like,
he was like,
oh, you just saw Rocky. Yeah.
But I think it's a big fucking like they romanticize like
they definitely do because anytime when you're a kid and you're picturing a fight, how easily do you win in your head?
Oh yeah,
like the person
super easy.
Like the person just forgets to move.
Yeah, or you do some shit where you kind of dodge and they swing and you're like, see it.
Yeah, it's like it's so slow.
You come out with the perfect counter and shit. And like, yeah,
it's the best. It's fucking awesome when
everyone wins in their head.